Hey YouTube, this is going to be a deck profile of my legendary 6 Samurai deck, which won my locals last Sunday. Unlike other videos, this is going to be probably a bit shorter because there isn't really much to say about legendary 6 Sams. Everyone knows what the deck does, but here we go. 2 Grandmaster rather than 3, I don't like 3. 3 Kizan. 3 Kageki, 3 Kagemusha, and 1 hand. That's 11 monsters. 1 dojo. I used to run a Squire, and that's why I was running at the tournament. However, Squire was dead so often, and I can just use this to get into Kagemusha just as easily, so I see that as a preferred option, to be honest, so I took out Squire. 3-6 Samurai United, staple. Gateway, staple. 3 Upstart, again, staple, like a lot of this deck. Rotor, and the other 3 rotors, Shien Smoke Signal. 1 book. 2 Mystical Space Typhoon. Trunade. And Monster Reborn. And that's all the spells. Then we've got 2 double-edged sword technique. Some people run 3. I think 3 is going to be dead all the time, and I sometimes hate running 2 of these. Yeah. 2 Magatama. It's in a lot of ways a pretty awful card. Similar to Saberhole, for example. It's got lots of drawbacks, but with the ability to spam Shien enough, I think it just about makes itself worth using, because it prevents Shien from having to use its negation on a Dark Hole or a Mirror Force and then falling into the trap of being hit by something like a Deep Prison or a Giant Grenade, things like that. 7 tools. Mirror Force. Really don't like Mirror Force. Gotta be honest, I find that it tends to get triggered a lot before you use it, and it doesn't tend to stop enough to warrant its inclusion a lot of the time. But I think at the moment there's probably no card I would really replace it with, and therefore I kind of have to run it. Mind Crush. As a card, I would say this is the only card that I sided in my locals, and I did that 3 or 4 times. And it was always useful. Whenever I drew into it, I always found it useful. Always got to use it straight off the board. I just think that with all the deck searching powers at the moment, this could give you quite a good advantage game 1 against a deck that you're typically weak against. For example, against Gravekeepers, this allows you to knock out their Necro Valley, which is going to give you a small advantage that may be enough to win you the duel, because you force them to play into your game more. Yeah, then Royal Oppression. This is basically the card that won me the tournament. This plus Shien is screwed up. Then the Solemn Brigade. Everyone's running these, staple. Okay, then on to the side deck. This isn't properly done up, to be honest, at the moment. I don't really know that much what I should be siding whilst playing Sams, but I've taken a whack at it. It's mainly the same side deck that I use for my Zombie Plant Synchro deck, as I never really bothered to change it that much. But yeah, 2 Cyber Dragons, 2 Kinetic Soldiers. These will probably come out at some point for something else when I figure out what I want to run. Gauze, 2 Noblemans, Gravekeepers, Sabers. System down for your bloody Machinas and all that shit. Bottomlesses, Blackwings, Sabers, I guess, as well. Chain Disappearance, everything now. Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. It's a fairly average card. When it comes to Gravekeepers all the time, you're more interested in sorting out their Necro Valley, but when you're taking out your double-edged sword techniques, this, is going to be a fairly useful addition to your deck above most other things, so you might as well run it. And Trap Dust Shoot, mainly because I don't really have space to main it, but and because of the heavy storm and cold waveless format, lots of people go set set set. But against more anti-mage decks that keep cards in hand, this would be a very good card to side in. And one of the things I'm sort of thinking I could take out oppression against decks that don't especially someone put this in. And then onto the extra deck, two Shien. Staple card really, about two at least in literacy exams. I'm kind of contemplating whether I should get a third, whether I should bother. There isn't often occasions where I think that going into triple Shien would be any use at all, and usually I would just rather go for a Catasta or an Android for that in that last 5-star slot really. But I don't know. That's something up for Spain, I guess. Landois and Naturia Barkian. Landois is very good at stopping Gauze and Battle Vader when you're going for game. Barkian is good at taking some of the pressure off Shien when it comes to trap negation. It stops you having to use Shien on things like a Mirror Force, on things like Deep Prison, and save it for things like Book of Moon and Dark Hole and blah blah blah. Trishula. Basically, this card wins duels and should be emergency limited, but considering it isn't, whatever. Scrap Dragon, Staple, Colossal. There are God knows how many warriors in this deck, 11, 13-ish, around 13, so I might as well run this. Thought Ruler Archfiend, good card, gets around Deep Prison, gains you life points as well. Stardust Dragon, staple really. Black Rose, staple, and because you can. Dire Knight, good beater. Bryanak, this deck goes 6-star really easy. This card is a staple, so might as well. Android, 5-star, ridiculously easy in this deck. It's good to be able to desk this, but I probably would take this out once Librarian comes out. Catasta, staple really in this deck. 5 stars go into way too easy. And then Chimera Tech, Fortress Dragon, because I side Cyber Dragons. How long is this video? 7 minutes. Well, the other thing I can just quickly go through is my tray binder, as I always do in my deck profiles. So Foolish, Super Nimble Hamster, Super. 1 Fortress, 1 Cyber Dragon. Goblin Zombie Secrets, and Asura Priest in parallel. 2 High Inlay, both are ultimate. 2 creator and a system. Single creator and a system down. The creator's secret. 1 Viking Hardez in ultimate. Atomic Scrap Dragon ultimate. Vice Dragon ×2 in gold. Cyber Valley and Caius. Emergency Teleport, the beginning of the end. Stardust in Super, I believe. DD Pro Rare. 2 Genex Eye Triforce. Sangan in gold. Arm Master in Super. Plague Ultimate. Book of Moon Rare. Mind Control in Super. Goyo and Vortex the Whirlwind. Armed Wing and Zeta Reticulant. Metal Reflex Time and Nightmare Wheel, both in Ultra. Messenger of Peace and a Secret Greffer. Lava Golem in Ultra and Alchemist of the Black Spell in Ultra. Tempest Magician, that's a Super, and then Adhesive Explosive in Ultimate. Bellum Secret, Athena Secret. Blue Eyes White Dragons ×2 in Super. Goku the Pyromalis and TG Power Gladiator, whatever that is. 2 Gothams, Reinforcements in gold and Enemy Controller in gold. 3 Genex, Genex Birdman, and an Uruquizas, Uruquizas in Secret. 2 Threatening Roar, and Addictive Station Virus and My Body's a Shield, and lastly we have, Secret of Venom and a Vindkai R Genex whateverness. And on one last note, if any of you play Minecraft, I have a Minecraft server. Personal message me for the Hamachi and uh, the server IP. It would be nice to see any of you on Minecraft. But yeah, comment, rate, subscribe, all the usual jazz, and peace.